Okay, so we are going to the Overland Driving Skills and Awareness class. Yeah, Overlanding Driving Skills and Awareness class. Anyway, this class is from 1 to 2 p.m. I'm running a couple minutes late because I had to pack up my awning, which I haven't really used it anyway, but I kind of liked having it. Hey, I was in you guys' class yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Remember? Is this the Overland Skills and Driving Awareness thing?
Left
This
hand.
is left foot braking.
Left foot braking.
Overland Awareness, isn't that B at the Landrover Pavilion?
It's B. Where's the Landrover
B
Pavilion?
is over
this
by
is not
headquarters.
Here. I'm in the wrong spot.
Alright, so that's that. You don't need your shuttle pass because you're VIP, so flash that badge, keep it out.
I'll just put it in my dash or something. Okay.
There you go.
But are you doing it with your own car though?
Yep. They said they're running it all the time, and so they said it'd be no problem for me to run it. You know what's really been frustrating though? Is the lack of cell phone service here. I have AT&T. I've been told Verizon works a little better here, which seems to be the case in a lot of scenarios, but I've still been generally happy with AT&T. The funny thing is, I don't know if I should be grateful for it because I'm not on my devices at all, and really everybody else is like not on their devices, or if it should be frustrating. I think from an event standpoint, I would think that they would want to do something to help mitigate that, but I'm not sure if there's anything they could do. But it is what it is. Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you. That was somebody who said thank you for closed captioning. I don't know that I've ever done anything special for it. I've just tried to, like, if there's a place to turn it on, I always do.
I walked by and I saw a squirrel run, I said, so I just wanted to say bye and tell you I really enjoyed your video.
Thank you very much. Are you?
Subscribe.
Thank you, thank you.
I recognised your truck before I saw you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you in person.
I'm Jason.
I know, meeting a celebrity.
I don't know about that, but
I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take my 2 daughters, 5 and 3, and the wife up to Georgia Traverse next week.
Nice. As I've been sitting here waiting for the Landrover Overland driving thingamajigger to come to fruition, like 4 people have walked up to me and said more just really super kind and nice things. Again, guys, thank you so much.
Usually untidy and dirty.
I've been sitting here for about 30 minutes, and I'm not complaining. But I mean, I was a little bit late. Actually, it was really late, but it wasn't all my fault. Although I don't like saying that because I don't like not accepting responsibility. So it was entirely my fault.
So we're gonna head up to we have a trail network, right?
Okay.
So just about 2 miles from here.
Okay.
So we'll get up there, we'll stage. Then they'll need that front passenger seat, and you guys will hit the trails.
Okay. It sounds like everything's falling apart because it's just like
I think I've heard it. It's essentially a hill descent control, right?
Yep, we're rolling.
Yeah.
You tell me what to do. Going right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Aggressive. It'll help us on the other section, but then we get into some little climbs. Some nice big...
Okay.
Keep a little.
But you know
and that thing sends you down that hillside. Up here is what it's doing. But I would encourage you to give it a try without.
Yeah, let's try without because we can always come back down a little bit and drive them.
I think they're trying to.
Okay, that was pretty cool. Now I gotta Now I gotta find my way back, and I guess I'm gonna just go. So that was a lot of fun. It was fun, but it wasn't super instructional. And maybe it's because, and this is actually gonna come off wrong, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. But maybe it's because I have a bit more experience and, which way am I going? Once again, it's really interesting what experience does for you in terms of like context and giving you the ability to kind of, there are tons of people here. To me, this feels bigger than West. It might not be, but it feels bigger than West. And this next class is changing surfaces, overlanding on real roads. It says it's a new course, and the instructor, one of the instructors at least, is Graham, which we had already yesterday, and I really like him. He just seems to, he's very personable. Camel Trophy Expedition Skills Area Driving D on map. I know where that is. Who's this?
This is Spike.
Hey Spike. Spike looks like he's tired.
He's tunkered out.
Good meeting you guys.
Yeah. Hey, do you have any patches with you? Are they back at your camp?
Yes.
What sort of, if you're on an overland trip, say, a beautiful 4Runner right behind us, right? And you pull off tarmac and you get onto a dirt road like that, what do you guys, any ideas what you do with anything you change on the car?
So the first thing you do when you go on a dirt road, he was talking about, he said you change to 4 high and drop the tire pressure. Dropping tire pressure increases the contact patch and reduces the corrugations being created, because it actually, the tire acts as a suspension and it's softer and it molds to the surface a lot better, and it actually decreases the potential for corrugation in the future. Airing down helps the tire actually mold to the terrain as well, which dramatically helps in areas of reduced traction. And that's kind of one of the things that, like, it's been a theory in my head. It's like lowering the tire pressure does more, because that's the first thing people say is, it increases the contact patch. But it increases the contact patch so little. You know, I mean, on a 285, you might get another ½ inch of increased contact patch, maybe an inch of increased contact patch, which is like not even 10% of the width of the tire. How can that make such a dramatic difference? But what it actually does is lowering the tire pressure actually puts you in a position where the tire is molding to the surface area and gives and flexes a lot more than if it was inflated. And that allows the tire, it kind of prevents the whole tire wheel assembly from slipping and going into like a downward spiral, if you will. Downward spiral of reduced traction. I got that coined. You can't take that. Just let everybody know I coined that phrase.
You would, yeah. So there's the issue with the airing down on rocks like this. If you air down much, yeah, 25 is fine. If we go down into like the 18 range, 15 range, your sidewalls are beginning to bulge out, right? And these things can be pretty sharp. And if you're not paying attention and picking your line correctly, you can rip a sidewall and do some damage to tires and things like that. So actually I would probably keep it around 23, 25-ish and just slow down to an appropriate speed.
And he reminded us again, the tires are also expendable, but they can be expensive, but they're also going to have the most likely, they're going to be the most likely component on your vehicle to receive damage.
And then I looked over there and there's one of those, well, it wasn't that, it was in Portuguese, but it has a skull and crossbones and mines basically on it.
You get the idea.
And then you see, and then you look up and you see there are all these little orange spots out there, right? And somebody's gone and marked them, but
watch out for mines.
If any of you are interested in where all the mines are in Africa, there's a great Google Earth overlay that shows you where all the mine fields are in Africa that they know of so far.
He was talking about dry lake beds and how dry lake beds can have a hard crust, but just below the surface can be muddy, and so you also, it's kind of one of those scenarios where you don't want to be in that scenario if you can prevent it. That class was awesome. I really, really enjoyed working with Graham again. I just like him. I think he's a great dude. Today's been nuts, but it's been a blast.
And I love your video editing.
Awesome.
How long does it take you to typically crank out a video?
So if it's like a 10-minute video, 6 to 8 hours, but you know, but it's not double that for like the 20-minute movies. They never end up exactly the way you think they're gonna be. Like I'll have a project and I'll be like, this one isn't gonna take me very long. And then I'll spend like 3 days off and on it. And I'm like, crap,
Okay.
It's like there's so many videos out there, but I just liked your style.
Yeah.
And the music's cool. You know, because music, it's all part of the.
That's one of the hardest things is picking out the right music for the right stuff. I'm not very good at it, and I don't do like ultra cinematic stuff where there's like a lot of motion involved. I'm trying to get better at that, but I mostly want it to be poppy and upbeat and kind of fun. Good man.
Nice to meet you.
Yep, we'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, we're gonna go over here, hopefully meet up with Isaac and get this finished up. My phone's dead, so I'm gonna have to wing it.
Hi.
Hey, bag of brats. I get it, nice. That makes sense.
Yeah. Forget with my truck.
That's the other thing I've noticed. A lot of these vendors have been selling stuff like crazy. Just doing tons of volume here. I was over at the CVT tent earlier and they were selling tents left and right. This industry and business in this industry is doing really, really well. It's phenomenal. Something that's a little interesting, something that we don't always talk about. Kind of the fun thing about doing a multi-leg trip like this for me, multi-day trip like this, but it's one of the things that I like about doing this. It's the opportunity to like get out of your comfort zone, but then like get back into your comfort zone while you're out of your comfort zone. Does that make sense? Let me explain. Let's see here, what is today? Saturday, so we left Monday. So we went Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night. So I've now done 5 nights. The last time I took a shower, I know this is kind of gross, the last time I took a shower was Sunday night. So Monday we got up and we left, and I haven't taken a shower since Sunday. Now I've cleaned up, and we clean up every day, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like a shower's still better. And I can tell you this, when I get home, I'm going to appreciate the hot shower and sleeping in my bed more than I normally do. But here's the kind of the weird thing, is like the first 2 or 3 days, it's like you feel dirty all the time. And I know this is kind of gross. And this is one of those things you don't really talk about all the time, but after the first couple days, like you feel dirty, and then you like start to get used to it. You know what I mean? Like you start to get used to the fact that you're like, you know, I got a little black mark over here on my hand and my fingernails have little, you know, black under them. But I cut my fingernails, so it's a lot better. But you just kind of get to a point where you're like, I don't really care. Day 1 or day 2 on the trail, you get a little mustard on your finger and you're like, I'm not gonna lick that, I'm gonna wipe it off on something. And like today I look down and I'm like, there's a little bit of dirt, but there's also a little bit of mustard. I'm just gonna lick it. I don't really care. Dirt didn't hurt, right? It's not like I'm wiping my fingers in the bathroom. It's literally like dirt from the ground. So if you think it's a little bit gross, maybe camping isn't for you, but that's kind of like part of the deal. Like, especially if you're gonna be like 4, 5, 7, 10 days on the trail, you're just gonna kind of have dirt everywhere, and you just gotta have to like be okay with it. The other thing that's kind of cool is after you've gone through this process of like getting used to it, and then like you go home and you like take off your clothes and you put them in the dirty clothes bin, and you go get in the shower and you shave and you take a hot shower, and like you just kind of like, the shower's really nice. And then you get out and you put your clean clothes on, and then you go get in your bed and you're like, have to get up in the middle of the night and go use the restroom, and it's like you don't have to go outside, and you like appreciate these little things like so much more than you do on like a normal day. And I like that. I think it feels good, and it helps me appreciate these like little things that we take for granted every day in our lives.
This is last place. First is gold, second silver, third bronze.
We're gonna have dinner. On the menu tonight is soup. I've got chickarina soup with these little like chicken meatball things.
Ew.
And they're amazingly delicious. We're gonna do that with some bread, and then if Lily wants to have something else, she can have something else. But today, this vlog is over. We'll see you tomorrow and all that. Bye. See you. The end. If you like what we're doing, please please support us by making sure you're subscribed to our channel. You can subscribe to us by clicking on that little circle of me right there. The second thing you can do is you can shop our merch store. We have all kinds of fun swag like t-shirts and patches and stickers and hats and hoodies and all kinds of crap like that. Plus the patches and stickers, we actually fulfill them ourselves, and the kids write a little thank you note in there. So it's kind of fun. They're totally involved in that. I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much, and thank you. Thank you, bye. Thanks so much for watching.